Hey everyone, welcome back to Reaver Remastered. It is now time to track down Rahab, the underwater dwelling vampire.
North of the Zephon tomb, your brother Rahab has secluded himself and his progeny in the ruins of a half-drowned abbey.
So there is a trophy to getting up to the water tower without touching any water. I'm gonna try to get it, but it may take several tries. Rahab's area is one of the cooler areas in the game. So I believe for this one we have to go to the Zephon tomb first. Here we go. It should still be nighttime, so unfortunately we can't really get the sound glyph just yet, because we can't see. Yeah, I was reading about it. Wait a second, is it nighttime? Let's double check. Oh yeah, it is still nighttime. I was reading about it. The day-night cycle is something that they wanted to implement in the original Soul Reaver, but never got around to it. Probably because the technology wasn't there. So since the technology wasn't there, they couldn't do it in the PS1 days, so they did it here. And it's new to most players, including myself, but apparently it has some glitches to it. I don't know if it's on the PC version or if this one, where it kind of tends to glitch out. So for the PC version, some people had to create a patch to kind of correct it. Boy, isn't that standard nowadays? Everything needs a patch upon release. Everything. Except Astrobot, apparently. That one had a patch, but it was more to add extra characters and levels. It wasn't really needed. Okay, so where are we going? There's two spots. We did the force glyph, or the stone glyph. Oh, there we go. We got the trophy for impaling them. Double impact. Oh no, this just leads us around back. Okay, so let's do the block. Yeah, this just leads us back to the exit of the Zephon tomb. Because this is where he pushed off the block. One neat thing is you can use the bolt to stun them, you can see. I'm wondering why we need to move this block at all. Or is that the one he pushed off with the projectile? Okay, so since it says to touch no water, that means we're gonna have to go to the spectral. That did not work. Oh, I wanted to draw him into the water. Yeah, they're down there, the underwater vampires. I always get confused with this puzzle. So I believe that area downstairs actually leads to the Fire Reaver, which we can't get yet. We need to be able to swim in order to get that. Now, which way do we go? Raziel is killing an awful lot of Dumas children. I wonder why those were the ones who survived the most compared to the others. Maybe, I guess, because they were the most durable. You know, like they're the most generally reliable. They don't really specify, I mean, they don't really specialize in anything, but they're also, I guess, durable with that armor plating they have. What's over here? Oh, I see. It's one of these. God damn, freaking Terrell vampires. And we're gone. There we go, untouchable. We got a trophy for blocking their TK with our TK. Nice. Yeah, what is up there? We have to push this block, whatever it is. Back off. I just want to see what's up there. Oh, I see what this one is. Wait a minute. This is not where I thought it was. I thought it was Oh, where is this leading us to? Oh yeah, this does lead us to Rahab's territory. Huh. Now wait a minute, where's the if that leads us to Rahab's territory, then what are all the windows? Yeah, the window over here, what was that then? I guess we'll find out. Is it just a separate entry point? Oh, this is one of the testing rooms. They refer to them as such because they use them to test the levels in the game. Hey, look at that, taken by surprise. Wonder what trophy that one is. Oh, okay, so this just restores your glyph energy. Let's try out the glyph so you can see what it does. Just want to show you what it does. See, it froze him. That was a bit of fun. You can see it's not really all that useful, it does just paralyze him. Okay, so that's just to refill our magic meter, basically our glyph energy. So the other area is the exit to Terrell's, to Rahab's territory. So where's Terrell's territory compared to the old Blood Omen map? I wonder what area that is. Alright, so Rahab's territory actually has one of the more memorable themes in the game. The music. I think that theme sounds distinctly unlike any other of the theme songs in the game for the different clan territories. It sounds ominous, and at the same time it's almost like a Viking quality to it, isn't there? Boy, it's strange to think about a boat in Nosgoth. You usually don't see them, except for like that one boat in Blood Omen. Look at that, we got an old-fashioned harpoon. What are we gonna kill with that? Oh, look at that, it's lightning. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anyone nearby. Hey, look at that, that's a face. I guess it's the face of the Rahab vampires. Yeah, unfortunately we gotta leave this behind because we have to use the Spectral to raise the boat. So we gotta leave the spear behind, unfortunately. Oh, and here's the warp gate. Speaking of vampires, Nosferatu comes out in a couple days. I think it's on the 24th, right? Christmas Eve. I'm not going to see it immediately, but I will see it eventually. Heard some really good reviews about it and then some mixed reviews about it as well, so. But that's to be expected because Nosferatu's always been a very slow-moving vampire movie, even the original, and then the 79 remake, so it makes sense if you're going in there expecting like a fast-paced, very gory and very violent vampire movie right off the bat. It's probably not going to work out that way. You gotta have patience. But I'm sure it's probably good. They're 2 for 2 so far with the movies, so hopefully this one's good and they can keep the perfect record. So we cannot touch the water at all. This is another reason why you need the projectile. You need it to open this door here. And yes, you can open up the door from the outside. Desecrated Abbey. Look at this place.
Once a sanctuary against the vampire menace, this abbey has been drowned by the deluge spilling from this wounded land. Your brother Rahab and his brood, devastated even by the feeble rays of Nosgoth's sun, overcame their vulnerability to water and retreated from the surface. Now they haunt these ruins and glide in the darkness of its stagnant depths.
Look at the Tyrell vampires there. I wonder who this belonged to originally. I'm guessing it was human, but at some point I'm guessing Tyrell might have taken it over because those look exactly like his vampires. Unless those are supposed to be Rahab's vampires with the hood. The Elder God has such a way with words, right? He uses the precise vocabulary to make it seem even more epic than it already is. That always confused me when I was younger. When he says that the feeble rays of Nosgoth's sun, I thought that to mean that the sun wasn't as strong there, but apparently no. It's because and I learned this after playing the game for like the second or third time way back then, but. Basically, Cain blocked out the sun with that smokestack so that the vampires could walk in broad daylight. That's why the sun is so feeble, as he calls it, because there's so much smoke in the air that the rays can't get in. I'm guessing that's part of what's devastating the landscape too. It's not just the whole corruption of the pillars. It's also the fact that Cain's empire basically built a whole lot of polluting stuff that have pretty much blocked out the sun. So plants can't get any sunlight, which means there's very little food. So I'm guessing that's also part of what's devastated the empires, not just the corruption inherent to the pillars. It's also the fact that they kind of screwed up the environment too. You know, not caring what they did. Try to see how much we have to jump to get over there without touching the water. If we should jump from this one, yeah, you know, I think we're gonna jump for this ledge instead, just to be sure. Just to be sure. There we go. Don't want even a foot touching the water. You have to watch out because if he doesn't open up his wings, he will fall into the water. There we go. As long as the Reaver stays there, you know you haven't touched it. It's when it disappears, that's when you know you've taken damage. Be careful with that guy over here too. You can't see him right now. Now this is the theme I love the most in the game. This danger theme for the drowned abbey. just sounds so ominous. There we go. Now there is a vampire right there. You can't see him, but he's right there. Yeah, you take that, you fool. They kind of look like cobras a bit. I guess it's supposed to be like underwater fish type things. Kind of like the fish people from a Lovecraft story, The Shadow over Innsmouth. That's pretty much what they've turned into. Fishmen. Look at the lightning, we never got that before. That's a pretty cool detail that they added. Let's see how long we can maintain our lucky streak. And that guy was standing at the wrong place. Look at that wall decor. We got another one. So which one was it for? Oh, I think that one was for impaling 10 vampires. The other one was catching them by surprise. Now you can actually turn this pillar if you get a later ability from Dumas, but you can't do anything with it just yet. So you just gotta ignore it for now. Yeah, because you can't go down there, so you just gotta ignore it for now. Such a spongy sound, the way they walk, like they're all drenched in water. Reminds you of what an IGN review once said about the sound effects in Defiance, how when you hit the enemies with the sword, it sounds like a bunch of kittens wearing pancakes stepping on the ground. I always remember that description. That was back when IGN was actually creative. Yeah, that's what they said it sounded in Defiance, like a bunch of kittens wearing wet pancakes and stomping on the ground or something like that. Smacking the ground with the wet pancakes on their paws. Oh, look at that, they got fins on their feet. Kind of like how Namor has wings on his ankles in Marvel. So we got that telekinetic bolt earlier. You can see that Raziel does have some natural telekinesis to him. He can pull the weapon. There we go. He can pull the weapon, but he doesn't have that much yet. That's why I'm guessing some vampires get the gift more than some others, because Vorador could do it, and Kane, but not Raziel, so he needs to be enhanced by consuming the other vampires. I like to keep one of these when climbing these pillars, just because I imagine it helps him with his balance, even though there's no rational gameplay reason for that. This is where you really gotta be tricky, because it is very easy to fall in the water here. Especially with this camera that will not cooperate. You gotta be careful not to overshoot it. And you gotta be careful that they don't shoot you off there, because there is one standing there in the shadows. You can't really see him, but he'll spit water at you and just throw you off the ledge. See that bastard right there? Ah, son of a god damn you motherfucker. Ah. You motherfucker. That son of a bitch. We were doing so well up until him. Gotta go back to the warp gate. Yeah, because I'm not making that climb a second time. We were doing so well until that fucker threw us off. That's what I told you. You gotta, as soon as you see him, you gotta strike first, because he will push you off there. God damn, that son of a bitch. Where's our Rahab's marker? There it is. It's the EO looking thing. Yeah, I'm not doing that climb a second time. Hell no. What sucks is they put you all the way back. Oh, we already got up here. So I guess we gotta go the opposite direction. Do we? Oh yeah, we gotta open up the door. Good thing we can skip the conversation. We don't have to listen to him again. Yeah, that sucks, man. We were doing so well up until that jackass. I'm hoping it doesn't count, that it doesn't count that one since we fell, but we started over again. We started from the abyss, so I'm hoping it doesn't count that against us. Oh yeah, the guy's still impaled. We're just gonna have to keep the Reaver. The funny thing is, as evolved as they are, they're also pretty weak, so I'm guessing they're strong only in the water. Because just one little projectile on land just sends them to danger territory. Here we go again. I wonder if you can cheat at using the Spectral Realm. But if you can, I've completely forgotten how to do that. I don't know which pillar you could climb on. Shit, he's right over there. Ah, we got him. Get back in the water, fool. Oh, you got a second one? Oh, is that the same dude? I think that might have been the same dude. Whatever, we're done with him. We're gonna burn this guy. Look at that, you can burn it from distance. Once you get the Fire Reaver, it's like a vampiric sniper rifle, the way IGN called it. Now this is tricky here because I gotta remember what area you have to climb up. You have to climb up a certain area. Because obviously right now you're underwater, so remember what he said, water has no lift in the Spectral Realm. That leads to the Fire Reaver, but we can't get that yet until we can swim underwater. This should be the correct gate. It's not a long journey, it's just It's just a bit difficult to make it there without touching the water. See, like right now I have no idea where the hell we are. Is this the correct one? I don't think so. Because isn't this where we were? Yeah, this is not the correct path. Actually, I think we might have to go back. I think we might have made a mistake. Let's see if there's some place we can climb up around here. If not, we might have to go back. Oh, we got this up here. Yeah, we went in a complete circle, so that was not it. Yeah, we went in a complete circle. That was not it. I think those guys are always there. The ones that are impaled. Okay, this guy's still dead. Ah, god damn! Shit. Because the thing I wonder is, how long does it start counting down from, like, does it count down from when you first enter the area at the boat, or does it count down from when the second section, when you hear him speak, talking about the drowned Abby, like from what I want to know is from what point does it count? Yeah, I might have to look that trophy up just to see what the specifications are. Because like I said, I don't know, does it count this whole section, or is it just like the main path to the water tower? Because if it's just the main path to the water tower, then that's fine. That's not a big section, but if it's the whole thing, yeah, then it definitely becomes problematic. let's just ignore them. We don't need to kill all of them. Here we go again for a third time. The camera doesn't help you out either. It tends to go wild. Look at this shit. Why is it turning to the freaking left? So the camera doesn't help you out either, because it just tends to go wherever it wants to go. There we go. Hopefully you can get this one. Ooh, he almost nailed us. Just run away before he comes back. That should stop them from spawning again if we burn them. See, so now we're at the same same pool of water that we were before. I don't remember if you have to climb up or not, or is it, because I know you have to jump over the beams at one point, but I don't remember where they are. Get back in there. See, I don't see any beams here, so where do we go? I assume we have to go back in the water here because there's nothing. Yeah, there's no way to get up there, so I'm guessing we have to go back. Nice, you can pass through the door. Alright, so I guess let's explore a bit around here. See what we can find. All I know is it can't be that it can't be that gate we used before. That leads us outside, which we don't want. So it has to be one of those ledges like that. Could it be this one? Where does this lead? Let's see. No, that leads us outside the castle or the cathedral. Yeah, how do we get to this drowned abbey to the top? I thought it was the ledges, but is it the ledge? Let's see. Oh yeah, I think it is the ledge. Oh yeah, because there's the portal right there. And there's the water that we can't touch. Oh, okay, so we had it right before. We were in the right area. We just didn't get to the right part. Okay, so we gotta go to the left. Yeah, here's the beams that I was talking about. This is dangerous because the combination of that camera, Raziel's imprecise movements, and the beams themselves make this quite a bit of a challenge. I always like to jump towards the wall because I think it gives you the best chance to land right over here where you have to. There we go. I think we made it. Oh yeah, there's the other ledge. If the camera would cooperate. Ooh, that one was close. We made it. Just hoping he doesn't fall. There we go, we made it to the top of the bell tower. Now where do we go now? Where do we go now? Oh, I think is it there? Let's see, is it that one? Yeah, it is that one. Yeah, because it has the torches in it, so that's where we need to go. Oh yeah, and there's the chain. I'm gonna be mad if we don't get the trophy and get ripped off. Because technically we did make it on that account without getting up. Without touching the water. We did make it up to the bell tower. Let me look up that achievement real quick because I want to see how it works. So Reaver trophy, bell tower. There we go, power to succeed. Don't get your feet wet. Okay, so yeah, looks like we might have missed out on that one, so I'm gonna have to do that one on my own. Just I guess once we're near. Let's see, what was the last save? The last save, because we did this one, we have this one here. So I guess I'm gonna have to work back from this one. That is probably somewhere after Zephon, so I guess I'd have to go back to that one and do it on my own. Yeah, because basically you have to reach the whole area without touching water until you get here, but since we saved over it, we probably shouldn't have saved, we should have just reloaded, but since we saved over there, technically it doesn't count. That sucks. Oh well. Can't do anything about it because I'm not going to start from that section all the way back at this moment. I'll have to do that on my own. But yeah, basically you cannot touch the water from the time the elder god makes his little speech to the time you pull that chain, you cannot touch the water. So unfortunately, because we saved, I knew I probably should have done a separate save file instead of saving over that one, but it is what it is. So just gonna have to go back and do that part on my own. Work backwards from the Zephon tomb. I guess the only one we can grab right now would be probably one for abandoning like the boss arena. Let's see, maybe if we shift to the Spectral Realm when Rahab is here, maybe we can get that one. If not, we'll have to get that one at Duma's place. Yeah, so that's something that I got to do on my own from that separate save file, which I'm glad I kept it. So you get no do-overs. Basically, you have to do it in one stretch, and if you fail, you have to just go start all over again from that same point. Oh, here comes the merman. This area didn't look too bad on PS1. Look at that, it still looks pretty decent.
Rahab, you have adapted well to your environment, for one so maladjusted.
Do not mock me, Raziel. You of all of us should respect the power bestowed by a limitation overcome. Cain said you would come.
You speak with the murderer?
You would do well to mind your blasphemous tongue.
What more did he tell you?
That you would destroy me.
I will indeed. But tell me, before I tear your soul from its moorings, do you know what we were before Cain spawned us?
Human.
Zephon, Rahab, the antithesis of all we ever believed.
Does it matter? We were lost. He saved us.
Saved us? From what?
From ourselves.
The music kind of disappeared for a moment there. Let's see if this works. Probably not, since he's right there. Might have to go to Duma for that one. Maybe, just a tiny bit. Damn, I keep forgetting the share button on the PS4 controllers, not the select button. There we go. God damn, Razio, just aim at the freaking wall. There we go, the sunlight got him. Look at that, he has his clan marking tattooed on his back. That's pretty cool. I wonder what he had it done before or after he transformed into that monster. Razio kinda goes translucent when absorbing those souls.
Infused with Rahab's soul, you have overcome your former vulnerability to water's touch. Immersion in water will no longer dissolve your physical body, enabling you to swim to areas heretofore beyond your reach.
Heretofore, that's another word I've never heard before until I played this game. Alright, there we go. Rahab is toast. We got the maladjusted trophy. It's funny how Razio makes all these assumptions about what the Zephon were, just based off of nothing. Like 5 minutes earlier, he was talking about how they were murderers, and then after that, he talking about how to Rahab about how they were Zephon. Like that should mean something to him, and it's like I'm pretty sure Cain told him a little bit of that. Maybe not the whole specifics, but he told him that they probably weren't that noble as humans, you know? That's kind of like the idea behind Raziel. Like, he cannot imagine himself not being noble or not being a victim. So he assumes if he was a Seraphim knight, then that means the Seraphim must have been good, because otherwise that wouldn't be him. You know, he's in his own way, he's even more conceited and arrogant than Cain, because he's assuming that just because he was something before, then that something has to have been noble. And as we'll see in Soul Reaver 2, the Seraphim had their own completely different agenda, different from anything he envisions. So yeah, Raziel's a conceited little bastard. Like, he cannot imagine himself not being noble, you know? Not being of some kind of nobility. The idea that he may not ever have been anything less than some noble upstart hero is just beyond his imagining. He cannot imagine not being some type of noble, heroic figure, which we'll see will come back to bite him several times.
Beyond the maelstrom of the abyss, a subterranean tunnel leads northward to the clan territory of your brother Dumas. Endowed with Rahab's soul, you may swim to gain entry, where your progress was previously impeded.
Alright, so there you go. Now we can go over to Dumas territory. But before we do that, we're going to we're gonna get the sound glyph. It should be daylight now. Emphasis on should. We gotta find the oh yeah, we can go get the fire glyph now, the Fire Reaver. If we can remember where it is. That's a big if, because I don't remember where it is. I'm trying to see if we can reach a shortcut. Maybe we can go over there. Let's see, let's work our way backwards. So obviously if you haven't gotten any of the water related trophies by this time, like immersion, you'd have to start a new game to get those. Ooh, we no longer dissolve, so now they can actually bite us. Like some sharks. Basio, get in there. Get your ass in there. So we're gonna get the Fire Reaver, and then we're gonna go get the sound glyph, and that'll be it, because like I said, I want to take some time to try to get that trophy on my own. The water trophy. I think if you pop those, you release some new baby Rahab vampires, so just leave those alone. That was also one of the rare moments that you would actually see the game loading. When enough of those things popped open, you would get the message called streaming. And that was at first I didn't know what it was, but then I realized that upon subsequent playthroughs, there's basically a loading time. Like, there were so many vampires in there, so many Rahab vampires, that the game had to take some loading time. You know, it was almost completely seamless except for that one time. There you go, and they put this little handy spiral here so you can refill your Reaver meter in case you don't have it, because you need it to baptize the sword right here. Let's go get that Fire Reaver. Now we have basically a sniper rifle.
This elemental forge is tuned to the Soul Reaver's energy. Once baptized in his primordial flame, the blade may be imbued with fire at any future time.
Primordial flame. So you gotta wonder who built that. The vampires? Where the clan's kind of experimenting here with Reaver magic, as it were. I guess with Cain's permission, because I don't see the humans building that. The humans don't really have anything to do with the Soul Reaver. It's strictly vampiric weapon, so you gotta wonder who built those. I'm guessing it had to be Rahab's clan, right? They were just experimenting with magic here with Cain's permission. So now basically anytime you put the Reaver in some fire, you'll get the Fire Reaver, which serves like a sniper rifle almost. Like you can kill enemies from a long distance. You can kill them from a long distance by basically setting them on fire, so the only downside is, as you can see, the moment you return to water it disappears. So it's strictly a weapon that it's strictly a weapon for water. I mean, you gotta avoid water to use it. And on top of that, like I said, it'll stay there, but that also means that your execution style for the weapon will change. Like you can see there, normally he blasts them apart with the Reaver. This time he'll set them on fire, so it's slightly different. We gotta go where the sunlight is shining to be able to emerge on his clan territory, at least that way. So let's get away from all these Rahab vampires. Gotta go to where the sunlight is shining from one of the shafts there. Yeah, more of them are hatching. We should see it. I think it's one of these. It's not that one. There's a specific opening that leads to Raziel's clan territory. Oh, yeah, there is right there. You can see that. No, that's not it. I thought that was sunlight. So it's not that one. That's a big amount of energy there. I wonder if it's downstairs. Oh no, it's this one. You can see the sunlight there. That vampire's just chilling there, enjoying the slight rays of the sun. Here we go. So obviously Rahab's vampires aren't really restricted, because since they can navigate the water, they can pretty much go anywhere they like. And they probably haven't encountered anything like Raziel swimming down there before. This is their first time seeing something like that. See, the music changed. Now we got two different paths. Let's see what this one is. Where does this lead? Oh, this leads is this Melchiah's territory? Or is this? Oh, this is the fire glyph. Oh, we can get this while we're here. Might as well. Yeah, this is the fire glyph. This is one of my favorite glyphs because it sets everything it touches on fire. Alright, so we're gonna get two glyphs and then I'll call it a night. We're nearing the end. We still got quite a bit to do, but we're actually nearing the end because after Dumas is just going to chase down Cain, so we're actually nearing the end of the game. So the puzzle here is obviously you. Oh, goddamn! I was gonna say you You have to freeze it before. There we go. You have to freeze it before it fully closes. I think it closes a little faster here than it did originally. There you go. Now we got this one. First part is done. I do have some thoughts about these horns, which are different from any other thing you see in any other thing you ever see in the entire series. There we go. We open up the gate. I think if you've played Blood Omen, you can't help but notice that these horns are basically like reminiscent of Hasha Gix horns. That was a demon Cain fought in Blood Omen. So I think I'm thinking this one might not have actually been built by the vampires. This one might have actually been built by the humans who were worshipping him, or a certain other species that has ties to him. But we'll get into that later. So I'm thinking this because of the demonic appearance. The fact that it has 4 arms, and you remember the demons in Blood Omen all have 4 arms or more. And the fact that you had these horns which looked almost exactly like the horns Hash had in Blood Omen makes me think that this was actually built by either humans worshipping that thing or else a certain other species that has ties to it. But I'm thinking probably humans because it's too recent. If it had been built by that other species, it probably would have crumbled into ruin because it would have been built thousands and thousands of years ago. So this was probably a human building built by the humans who had that cult worshipping that thing that Cain fought in Blood Omen. So yeah, now that we open the gate, all you have to do is there's a fire segment somewhere around here. Might be in that little door over there. Let's see. There's a fire torch somewhere around here. You just grab the torch and go light the bowl, and that'll give you what you need to activate the glyph. This is not it. We gotta find something else. Yeah, there's a torch somewhere around here. And you need to use that to light the bowl over there so it can give you the fire emblem or the fire glyph. See if it's over here. Oh, I remember this, because yeah, you don't get a regular torch. I think you have to light one of these over here. You have to light it with that flame, then take it all the way back and imbue that bowl over there. Oh yeah, I remember this. And you gotta use the spectral realm to climb over there. And if you fall, you gotta start all the way from the bottom. Oh yeah, because you don't use I'm confusing it with Soul Reaver 2. On Soul Reaver 2 is where you use the torches. Here you use the Reaver itself. Okay. So you do need to have the Fire Reaver in order to be able to do it. Okay. Oh yeah, because then you can just climb back up the ladder right over there. So you only need the torches in Soul Reaver 2. I was confusing it with the Fire Forge over there in that game. Yeah, so you just need the Fire Reaver over here. And you just gotta take it all the way back to the statue and light the... What would you call it? It's not a bow, but whatever he's holding in his hands. Too bad we killed those vampires. We could have sniped them from a distance. Are there any others that we can... Oh yeah, there's the one over there. Just to demonstrate how it works. Look at that, see, from a distance it just sets them on fire. And they stay dead, which means they don't respawn. So as long as you're gonna avoid getting hit, it's basically better for you because you can keep all your health and the Reaver, you don't have to worry about them respawning. Yeah, like what would you call this thing here? It's not a bow, it's some type of sacrificial platform, but I don't remember what it's called. Well, whatever it is, we just lit it on fire. Is that like a mortar and pestle? Those glyphs have some cool effects right there. Fire starter. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. That thing has to be related to the demon in Blood Omen. And look at that, each time you get a new glyph, your amount of glyph energy increases. Yeah, that's gotta be related to that, because there's just no way. You got the horns, all 4 of them. You got the arms, all 4 of them. It's a fire demon. All those red demons are fire demons, so that's gotta be related to the demon in Blood Omen, for sure, 100%. Now, some people wonder, why didn't Raziel keep all his abilities between this game and that game? Aside from the fact that it wouldn't have made the game too easy, I think the problem also is we're doing all this extra stuff, but in reality Raziel probably didn't do any of that because he was just so focused on finding Cain and his brothers. I think he just went from place to place, from clan territory to clan territory, hunting them down. Like, he didn't actually stop to get all these extra glyphs and magic powers and all this stuff that was available to him. He was just focused, single-minded on his goal. And whatever things he did get, the time travel might have wiped him out. You know, since it was his first time going through the chronoplast, he's not used to it like Cain. It might have just wiped out some of the stuff he picked up. That's my explanation. My headcanon for why he lost certain things. I just realized that I did not have to shift over there at all, because we could have just swam right under. I forgot we can swim now, so we don't have to shift over to the spectral realm. Now we gotta find a platform. There's one over here? Nope. Oh damn, where is a portal to shift over now? We might have to go all the way down, because I don't see any right here. Is there one in the bottom? Oh yeah, there's one at the bottom. Let's wipe out these guys so that they don't eat whoever that soul is. Alright, so the fire glyph is done. How many do we have right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 3. Obviously you can't use them underwater. I want to find a place to demonstrate exactly how the fire glyph works. So you probably gotta go back to Raziel's clan territory. I do like how all the areas are connected here, and you can explore them at your leisure and find interesting stuff like those cliffs. It's an element that's sorely missing from damn, we just did a circle. It's an element that's sorely missing from the second game, unfortunately. You barely get to explore anything. Look at that, there's an underwater torch right there. Yeah, you barely get to explore anything. Also, I guess that torch is, so if you don't have the Fire Reaver, you can just go upstairs and... Oh yeah, so you can imbue it using a torch. You don't need the Reaver, that's just convenient, but you can grab the torch on the water and light it on fire. I knew it was something like that, I just couldn't remember what it was. Actually, let's use the force cliff on this guy, just to push him on the water. Look at that. Drowned rat. But I'm guessing that's not the trophy we were looking for. I'm guessing that's a different trophy. Because the one for killing them with the fire, it said kill 2 enemies. So I'm guessing you have to push 2 of them into the water. Where'd he go? I'm trying to see if there's any good candidates that we can torch. How about in here? Nope. Oh, outside we can go over here. Let's see if there's anyone on the next side. Oh, that's Malkaya's territory. Are there anyone we can torch over here? Damn, we're just looking for someone to set on fire and there's no one. We can't kill that guy, he's a human. There's gotta be 2 or so vampires over here somewhere we can set them on fire. Like, have we really killed everyone? I guess you'll have to do because there's no one else, so let's wait until he pops back up. Yeah, there's no one else, so I guess this guy's gonna have to do. Look at that. It costs you some energy though, that's the one thing, it does cost you a lot of energy. So now we can actually swim down there, but I think we got everything there is to get down there. I don't believe there's anything else. So let's just go back to the sound glyph area now that it's daylight. Before it turns into nighttime again and we're screwed. Now the sound glyph is Zephon's territory, so we gotta go over here. Here we go. I think there should only be 2 videos left after this because like I said, once we get to Dumas territory and kill him, all that's left is Cain. We are going to explore a human city, but that's something we can do even in Dumas' video at the end of it. We don't necessarily need a whole separate video that's for that, because even though it's a big area, it's not that big that it'll require you know, a huge amount of effort. Let's go grab that glitch while we're at it there. That pie slice. That's not a glyph, that's a pie slice. so Raziel can increase his energy. Oh, we could have got... Oh no, we couldn't have gotten it before because we couldn't swim. There was no way to get back up. Here's some energy, and we got one more pie slice. We got 4 out of 5. One more piece of pie, and Raziel can actually increase his health. I believe that tunnel leads to the human city right over there, but we're not gonna go over there just yet. We'll save that for later. The Fire Reaver should help against these spider guys because we can torch them from a distance. So should their projectile. Get away from the spider boy. God damn. It's so easy to lose it though. Just one little bite and it's over. Alright, so we gotta get back up there. Yeah, this area is already kind of dark in the recording software, so I definitely want to do it while it's still daylight. Okay, so that's the opposite. That's where we come out. So that's not a... We gotta get back up to the top and then jump on that one thing, the air vent that leads us to the next section, but we can actually use it to go downstairs. These areas look like they would have been expanded a little more because you can see there's magic stuff on top of them. I'm guessing they had further plans. Look at that. They had further plans for them that didn't really pull through. There's some areas like that in Soul Reaver too, where you can tell they were going to do a lot more with like the treetop areas and stuff like that. Having like this treetop village, but they never got around to it because they ran out of time and money, so they were just forced to release the game as it was. Okay, so we're back inside here. Now we gotta jump all the way downstairs. The sound glyph is a little tricky to get. I remember it being tricky because I think it has tricky jumps. You gotta jump from like the roof beams to roof beams and... Yeah, you see, so even if you can climb, you still can't get in there until you have the projectile that can break the glass. This is not possible, so you do need to have both components to be able to come here. This is not my favorite of the glyphs, so my favorite of the glyphs is by far the sunlight glyph because of the area where you find it in. We'll see that one later. That's another area we'll probably explore before the Cain boss fight. So you can see it. That vampire just ate a soul, which means we have to kill him so we can get it back. I think the Elder might be lying about those souls being lost forever. It might. Yeah. I think even... Without spoiling too much, I think even he doesn't actually understand what those things are. He just assumes he knows what they are. But I think he's lying to both Raziel and himself. I don't think he actually knows what they are. Okay, so for this one we gotta climb back up. Look at that, it looks like a musical note, right? So that is the sound glyph. Now obviously you cannot reach over there, so basically you have to navigate the platforms using the spectral realm. Gotta shift back and forth. Cause yeah, cause I think there's a gong that just strike. You gotta get it from over there. So there's a gong that you have to strike, and you basically got to toss it from platform to platform without losing it, so you can eventually come back here. And you can also take advantage of the fact that the spectral realm freezes time to get that component. See, because you have to come back and strike it here using the bell. Where is it though? Is it to the left or is it downstairs? I don't remember. Might be downstairs somewhere. Oh yes, right. It's right down there. Here it is. Yep. So the way you do this is you can actually toss it over there. Let's see if it reaches. Nope. That one's too far. Let's see. I think you can actually climb. Let's see. Yep, we got it. Now we just climb over there. It's a lot easier now, but when I was younger, that was really tricky to get because I didn't quite grasp if you could throw it at any opening. So you didn't have to wait all the way over here. You could actually throw it right from where you got it. Throw it to that area and then just use the jumps to get it back over there. It doesn't have to be precise. You can just throw it anywhere you want. Let's see if we can we reach it without the spectral realm? Let's see. Oh yeah, we can. And here it is. And what you do now is, since Raziel can't carry it, you just start right over here. Right over to where the gong is. Now we just strike the old gong show. And there it is, the sound glyph. Easy, huh? This one was definitely built by humans. I can definitely envision them building this one because it's sound based, which destroys the vampires, so this one's definitely human based glyph. There's no way the ancient vampires were building this one. Get rid of this gong. Soul Raver, look at that. Raziel's going on a rave. And the sound glyph stuns vampires as well, it paralyzes them. But not the way the stone glyph does, where they just don't move. This one stuns them to like the danger point. Look at that, we got more glyph energy. So how many are left? Only 2. Water and sunlight are the ones that are left. Toss us all the way over here. Now there are a couple other things we have to get from Zephon's territory, but we'll do that later. I'm not gonna get that right now. I just want to get out of here. we go. Let's just go back to where we came from. We can get those stuff later. I think it's just like a pie slice to increase his health. So it's nothing too critically important. We can get it later. But I think you have to go back from the opposite end. You have to go from down from where the other door inside his territory is, the one that leads to the boss fight. I think that's the best option. Alright, listen, you fool. You know what? I've had enough of you. I have had enough of you. We're just gonna throw him right in the water. God damn, throw him in the water, Raziel. Push him back. There we go. Oh, he's just burning. Look at that. Doesn't really serve us anything since we're gonna shift over to Spectral Realm anyway, but it's petty revenge against that particular freak. Alright, so we got the fire glyph, we got the sound glyph. I'm good to go, so let's go back up to the save area. We don't have to, but I like going back to the I like going back to the warp gates. It seems like a good place to leave off. There's our worshippers. I hope we're inspiring them with all this vampire killing we're doing. Even though they'll basically be useless as soon as Raziel leaves this time period, they'll be useless, but still. Let's save again. So next time we're going over to Dumas territory, which is let me show you the warp gate. It is not that, that's the sunlight glyph. This one right here, that's where we're going next time. But before that, we're probably gonna get Zephon's remaining, like I said, the one remaining pie slice, so we can increase his health. Then we'll head over to Zephon's territory. And on my own time, like I said, I'm gonna use this save file after I quit to go back and try to get that trophy for climbing the bell tower without touching water. Like I said, you only get one chance at it based on what I've read. So if you fall once, you have to start all over again. You are not allowed to touch water, and you cannot save. So you have to do it precisely without touching water even once, because otherwise, apparently the save corrupts the trophy. It does not count. So even if you go back and do it again, it does not count. You only get one try. So we're gonna have to start from here, unfortunately. I don't even remember whether Zephon's dead or in this one or not. I assume he is, because this one's 408, this one's 418, so I assume he's dead in this one, right? Because I said I was going to keep that file so we can start over, so I assume he's dead in that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to go over there and then just try to get that trophy on our own. But we made good progress. Like I said, the game is probably 2/3 over at this point. It's more than halfway done. Once you get rid of Dumas, that's when you're really nearing the end of the game, because all that's left is Cain at that point, and a couple other glyphs if you want to get them. So I'm enjoying playing this game again. It's still pretty good even after all these years. Like I said, some people say it's too basic or whatever, the gameplay is too simplistic, but I like it. You know, it doesn't really hold your hand that much compared to games nowadays. You're pretty much on your own, trying to discover all the different secrets and all the different territories. You know, whenever you go to a new territory, there's always something hidden there. But honestly, more games should do that nowadays, because too many games are straightforward nowadays, and they just hold your hand for everything. They don't let you explore, they don't let you figure stuff out on your own. It's just too spoon-fed to you, you know. I like being able to explore stuff. That's one thing I like about the Silent Hill 2 remake, that they don't hold your hand as often. There are some things that you can go out and search them and find them out all on your own. I think that makes for more fun gameplay than if everything is hand-fed to you and then you know exactly where everything is and there's no secrets in the game whatsoever. That's boring, you know. Let us explore and find some more stuff on our own. But yeah, I'm enjoying this one. Definitely gonna replay Soul Reaver 2 right after this, because it's a great story. But like I said, that game does have serious flaws with the gameplay. You have almost no exploration. It pretty much is a linear narrative from point A to point B, so that's much less exciting. But it does make up for it with the quality of its storytelling and its awesome, phenomenal soundtrack. So it does have its pluses and minuses, you know. It's just not as strong of a game overall as this one. This one is probably far better from a gameplay aspect, but from a storytelling and world building aspect, Soul Reaver 2 is still pretty damn good. So I look forward to playing it again. But that's it for now. I'll pick this up again in a couple days, and thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time on Soul Reaver 1 Remastered on the PS4. See you later, everyone.